Hey you guys, it's Cori. This video is in response to a friend who asked a question about improving flexibility. So it'll just be a quick video to show some of the hamstring and leg openers for the lower parts of the body, even a little bit into the hips that I like to do. You'll want to have a strap or a belt. I don't really have any of those things that work, so I'm going to use my scarf. So grab one of those things, or even a towel would work too. We'll get started down on our backs. As you come down, make sure your strap / belt / scarf item is nearby where you can grab it. But first we're just going to extend the right leg up to the sky. We'll interlace our hands around the back of the hamstring or the calf if you're pretty flexible and it's easy for you to reach up there and keep your shoulders down on the mat. We'll flex into the foot so we're driving our heel up towards the sky. And then we'll keep the lower back planted down on the floor. We're going to press or kick into our hands. So we're starting to engage that muscle. So keep your grip really strong. You'll feel your arm muscles start to engage and really press the hamstring away from you. You can drive your heel up towards the ceiling and out towards the front of your mat. Just make sure your back stays down on the earth. Inhale here. Exhale, kick as hard as you can. On your next breath in, we'll start to release the kick. We'll take our item, our prop here to support us, wrap it around the bottom of your foot, grab hold of one side of each strap with each hand, and then we're going to start to slowly draw the foot back towards your face. Keep the lower back planted on the mat. Keep the foot flexing, heel still driving up. Try to engage through your quadricep. So we're engaging one muscle to release its opposing muscle. And let your arms be pretty relaxed. If this feels fine, you may even like to start to extend your bottom leg. Just notice if that foot can comfortably rest down on the earth or if it's a little too much. Keep breathing into the back of the hamstring. As we hold it here, notice if you feel any changes. Of course, you can always bend into the knee. And sometimes when you're first getting started with flexibility, it's even better to bend into the knee because then you won't risk overstretching your hamstring, which can set you back a lot if you cause injury back there. And we'll stay here for one more full round of breath. And we'll start to transfer both sides of your strap into one hand, into your right hand. And then we're going to extend the leg out over to the side. And you'll start to feel a stretch in your inner thigh, groin area. The important thing here is to keep your left hip grounded on the mat. You can take this left hand down on top of the hip to encourage it down. And only let your right leg fall over so far that hip starts to lift off the earth. Think about squeezing into your right butt cheek here. And keep flexing through the heel. You want to have a little tension in the strap so it's not getting away from you, but nothing crazy. I like to keep engaging through my right side of my butt and through the quadriceps, so I'm still really extending through my heel. We'll stay for another inhale and another exhale. Then using your hand to support you, you may even engage the other hand to help you out. We'll switch the grip of the strap, and then we're going to cross that leg across your body. And you can play around with it. Sometimes I don't go very far, and I think about pulling the right foot towards my left shoulder. And this gets a little bit more into the IT band area and not so much in the hip. And keep that right hip grounded on the mat. Keep flexing through the top foot. And then you, as you go along, might like to extend that leg all the way across your body. And that brings it a little deeper into the outside of the leg. And you may even start to feel it in your outer right hip. And keep the leg active. Keep flexing. Just notice the sensations. It can be helpful to extend the right arm out to the side. That gives you a little counterbalance. Take another inhale here. As you exhale, draw the leg back up through center. We'll take the strap back into both hands. We'll give one more tug in toward our face. Maybe you notice that you can go a little deeper here, or maybe not. Inhale here. And exhale, bend into the knee. Release the strap. Hug that knee in. Feel a little length in the hip. And then we'll plant the foot back down on the earth. We'll bend into the left knee. Bring it up to meet the right. And then we're going to extend our left leg up to the sky. We'll interlace the hands on the back of that hamstring. Keep your upper body grounded down on the mat. Flex into your heel, and then we'll start to kick into the grip of our hands. So press the thigh away from you. You're really strong in your leg, and kick seriously really hard as you can so you're engaging through that whole left leg. Keep flexing your heel. Inhale here. Exhale, kick, kick, kick. And then inhale, start to release it. Grab your strap. Reset it on the bottom of your left foot this time. Make sure it's pretty even on both sides. Extend your left foot up to the sky. Let your arms be pretty heavy on the mat, keeping some tension in your strap. And keep the tailbone grounded down on the earth. Draw your toes back toward your face. Engage through your quad if you can. That gives a little bit more room for the hamstring to open up. Stay here for another round of breath. And then shift both sides of your strap into the left hand. We'll start to open up the left leg to the side. And remember, this bottom leg can be extended, or you can keep the knee bent. If you extend the leg, it can be helpful to press your right hand down on your right hip, just to encourage it down towards the mat. And play around with different levels here. Maybe you like to have the foot flexed or point the foot. Or you like to engage through the quad, press the heel away from you, start to feel the left side of your butt engaged too. It's a little bit more of a controlled, dynamic stretching. Inhale here. Stay for your exhale. And start to bring the leg back up through center. Switch the sides of the strap into the other hand, and then we'll just draw this leg across and start to pull it up towards your shoulder. Bend your knee if you need to. And then as we get a little deeper, stay here for a little longer, or start to let your foot drift over to the right side. And we'll take the IT band stretch on the outside of our left leg. Extend the left arm for a counterbalance. When any of this becomes too intense, remember we can always bend into the knee. Or just play around with different levels, different heights of the leg. Inhale here. Stay right here for your exhale. On our next inhale, we'll draw the leg up through center. Replace both sides of the strap into each hand, and then draw the leg once more back in towards you. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the knee, release your strap. Hug that knee in, give a little shift from side to side. And then draw the right knee up to meet it. Hug both knees in. We'll take happy baby here. And if in your happy baby you'd like to engage the hamstrings a little bit more, take your peace sign finger grip around your big toes and we'll alternate between straightening one leg, bending the other, and then switching to the other side. And that can be a little tight on the hamstrings, but they should be pretty open right now. So you see what feels better for you. And we'll hug the knees in. And we'll start to rock up to a seat. Just gaining enough momentum to get there. We'll extend both legs straight out in front of you. Grab hold of your strap and we'll take one side in each hand. We'll wrap it around the bottoms of your feet. And then sitting up tall, think about driving your sits bones into the mat or even shifting them back behind you. You may already feel a stretch in your hamstrings. You may even need to bend your knees here. Or you may not, so then you can start to walk your hands forward on the strap, trying to draw your heart forward towards the tops of your feet. And then walk your hands forward on the strap until you feel a pretty good stretch in the back of your legs. There is the option to bend your knees here. If you can release the strap and take hold of the outsides of the feet. If that's not enough for you, you might reach around and grab hold of your fingers around the outsides of your feet. And that kind of causes me to round in my low back a little bit, so sometimes I take the peace sign fingers around my big toes and just draw my heart forward. And this is one way of folding forward. It gives you a little bit more of a relief in your low back. It also gets a little deeper into the hamstrings. And then, of course, we have the rounded version where we're loosening up more into the back body. Feeling our ribs and our upper back round in. So you pick your variation of your forward fold. Take another inhale. Look forward towards your toes. And then on your exhale, we'll walk our hands back through center. So of course, feel free to take it through those stretches as many times as you need to, and that can be something that you do before going to bed every night, or even when you wake up in the morning, even though in the morning your hamstrings are a lot tighter. So it kind of feels good. It's a good way to close out the day and wind down and start getting into a flexibility practice. I hope it has your hamstrings feeling a little bit less tight, have your body feeling a little bit loosened up. Let me know if you're looking for any flexibility exercises for other parts of the body. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. So happy to have you here. Namaste.